grab a snack, and find a cozy chair. Because it's time for Don't Make Me Use My Mom Voice, where we talk about all things mom life.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to see you. We missed last week.
I know we did.
I'm
I was
glad to.
feeling
So, how are things?
doing okay. I was adjusting to new medicine and I was feeling so groggy and sleepy, but I'm much better now. I might slur my speech here and there, but I think I'm fine.
Good. It's okay.
I'm,
It's
I'm like a
also
little drunk.
it's fine. There might be Bailey's in my coffee. Who knows?
Oh.
There's not, but there could be.
I'm gonna guess there is in the morning, Sunday morning,
It's
brunch.
Sunday morning. It's sunny out here. Like the sun finally came out, so that's
I
good.
can see it's hitting your face. Looks
Yes.
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like crazy rainy and windy yesterday. Last weekend it snowed a little bit, but today the sun is out, so that's good.
We had an 80-degree day, 80 degrees in Fahrenheit. You can do the numbers. And
I
then
don't
the
know what
next day
that
was
is.
like freezing cold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been raining for the last couple of days. Now it looks like the sun is out, but I don't know how cold it is.
Yeah. I went out this morning for groceries. So I've already done my grocery shopping.
I'm gonna do that after this. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go to Costco. Pray for
Ooh.
me. I
What,
know.
so when you go to Costco, do you go for like certain things and then you come home with everything?
Well,
Like,
we do it for like the big shopping, but yeah, I end up thinking I'm gonna spend like $200 and then I end up spending $400. Like, oh, we need this, oh, we need this, oh, we need that. But I usually, so the way to control it is for me to do it like I have it delivered,
ah,
but then it
yes.
ends up being like $100 more. You have to pay the tip, and
Yeah.
last time I paid, it took like a $65 tip, and I'm like, that's a lot. I mean, like, yeah, fair enough, but still, it's a lot of money. So
Yeah.
today I'm going to be brave and just go there myself.
Now, is Costco like really busy in your Costco that you go to? Is it usually nuts?
Yes, and because DC has only one
Oh, really?
Costco. Yeah. I mean, there's one in Virginia, which is like, a 30-minute drive, and others in Maryland, because we are like kind of border Maryland and Virginia, but we only have one Costco in DC. And so, yeah, it does get crazy and the lines are long and it's overwhelming. And I keep forgetting that they don't give you bags. So you have to bring your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does get overwhelming. So I'm gonna need all the prayers to do it this time, just because I end up spending like $100 more than last time just on like service fees and the tips and everything from the app.
Yeah.
And by the time I realized it was like I'm not gonna start over. So this time I'm like, no, I don't want to spend an extra $100. I'm just gonna drive there.
Now, do you get distracted by like the extra stuff? Like, do you go just for food or do you go and you start looking at the clothes and like books and other
I
whatever?
wander into the clothes and house goods and stuff. I'm like, oh, how much is this oven? Even though I don't need an oven.
You know,
But
ovens.
yeah, but for the, like, I think I don't know if other Costco's is that way, but ours doesn't have too much of other stuff. It's a lot more uh food, groceries, and snacks and all of that. There is an area that has clothes, but it's just like they're piled in a middle area, so it's like winter clothes and stuff. And then there's jewelry, but it's not like I don't think it's as big as other Costco's. This is small, like there's not enough space for all kind of stuff.
Yeah. Like our Costco has, so we have two Costco's in the Niagara area. We have like the regular everybody Costco, and then we have like a business center Costco. So the business one has more, like if you had a convenience store, it would have like the boxes of chocolate bars or
Yeah.
candy or that bulk kind of stuff, which is good. And then we have like the regular Costco that has like all the bulk, like grocery type things. But then same thing, like in the middle section, it'll have like tables with clothes and sweaters, and it'll have like books and movies and like a stand with gift cards and all like seasonal stuff like Christmas decorations when it's Christmas and Easter stuff. So we have all, so there's a lot
Yeah.
of chances to get distracted there. There's a whole electronics
Did you
section. You
know
can get
you
a TV.
did you know you can buy a coffin at Costco?
A coffin?
Yeah, I saw that on I saw that like one time online, and I was like, what do they not sell?
Oh my God.
That is
Is
pink
is it
coffee,
like
and I
an
was like,
online purchase only?
I don't know, perhaps an online purchase, but I'm like, what do they not sell? They're like, we're gonna sell everything that is needed in this world.
From birth to death,
I
literally.
know, right? From birth to death, come to Costco. We are your people.
Oh my gosh, and do you get them in bulk? Like, do you have to buy like 10 at a time?
Okay, are you going to go on a mass killing spree? I
Don't know why would you
mean,
want to.
if you're like a funeral home, I guess there's utility in buying them in bulk.
Maybe. I wonder if they're good quality though. I wonder if they're cheap. Maybe I should look. I want to look into this now.
For
Pop into
Halloween.
Costco. That's great. I usually get my pictures printed there because it's pretty cheap to get your pictures printed
Oh,
at Costco.
I know people in my neighborhood like to get their birthday cakes.
Yeah. Yeah, Costco. I don't know if ours, I haven't seen cakes at our Costco. I don't know if ours still do. Because I know
Yeah, I
like the America stuff is always better. So
I think I don't know if I was, I guess it does because I've seen the people in my neighborhood say to go to Costco for cakes. So I think I just haven't wandered into the direction because if I do, I'll buy them and I don't want to buy the cakes.
I remember when I was younger, I think, and Costco, I think it was still kind of new in our city. One of my friends' parents had a membership to Costco, and I was always really jealous because she would always get those big muffins, like the big chocolate, and like there's the blueberry ones, like they're huge.
Yeah.
She would always have those, and I would always like beg my mom to go to Costco with her mom because you could bring a guest, like you could bring a friend. And my mom was like, no, we don't need to go there. We don't need Costco. I'm not going with her. And I was always mad at my mom that we didn't have a Costco membership. And now I'm an adult and I have my own Costco membership.
Take that, mother.
I don't go very often. I go maybe like 4 times a year, but
It's a jungle. It's a lot. It's a huge commitment to go.
it stresses me out, especially during Christmas. Because one of the times I usually go is during Christmas because we'll have like our Christmas parties and stuff. So I'll go and stock up and everything. And it is nuts. Like the lineups are around the aisles sometimes to cash out.
I'm gonna take a laundry basket to carry my my groceries.
Yeah, it's nuts. And then like the checkout, I have to admit, is pretty fast. Like the check, once you get there, they're pretty quick at checking you out. But I find the lineup situation can be disorganized and confusing because there's one big line and you kind of have to watch and see when everyone is open. And it's just, I find the lineup is chaos and it just,
Yes.
the thought of going to Costco is just causing me a whole lot of anxiety right now.
I am feeling that way, but I will save $100 by going there myself.
Yes. Well, that's why, because we used to use Instacart to get our groceries delivered just from like Walmart or whatever. And once that was during COVID, and then once COVID, I don't want to say over, but like now that it's kind of died down, like I'm going back to the grocery store. And I was like, yeah, I can't keep doing Instacart. Like it's costing me an extra $40 every delivery just because, like you said, with the delivery and the tip, like
Yeah.
ridiculous.
So that's what I was using as well for Costco is Instacart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But
Yeah.
I'm planning, I got to go to Costco in a few weeks. So
Good
I got to
luck.
stock up on school snacks. Oh, wish me luck.
Adulting.
I
Talking
know.
about adulting.
Yeah. So
We're in our 40s.
I know we're in our 40s. Things are changing. You were saying that you feel like a lot hotter these days.
Yes. I have been waking up with like waking up in like a pool of sweat, like just me and my cozy
Yeah, you like to be
coat,
cozy.
right? I'm still in my cozy jammies, but like I've always been one who wears like extra layers, even in the summer.
Mhm.
And I just started waking up like sweating every night. I'm like, what is going on? And then I feel like heat in my head. And then I'm like, oh my God, is this what they call hot flashes? I'm only 41. And I'm looking it up. And it sounds like there's a thing called perimenopause.
Yeah,
Did you know about that?
I have also looked it up because I have also been running hot like the last few years. I swear it started after Nick was born, and he's 9 now. Like after he was born, I felt like I was super hot all the time. And it's just been like the last maybe 4 years. Like I feel like I sweat a lot more. I've had to buy like medical grade, like roll on deodorant just to stop the sweating.
Yeah.
Like I am so hot all the time. That's why when people in the summer now they're like, "Oh, I love the summer. I love the heat." I'm like, "No. I don't want the heat." Like
Yeah.
I cannot wear like I can't wear my hair, not that I wear my hair down a lot, but I definitely can't wear my hair down in the summer because it's too hot. And I said, like I say to Kat, like sometimes in the winter I sleep with the window open just
Yeah.
to let the coldness in because I'm boiling. But then I still like want to cozy up with the covers.
I know me. I still have my like I went to bed in my my thick fleece sleeping things, but then in the middle of the night I take the top off because I'm like, oh my God, it's so hot. And Dave this morning was like, did you get up in the middle of the night? I'm like, yeah. It's like, what did you? I went to turn down the AC, and like, oh my God, I'm an old lady right now. And I'm married to a younger man. He's gonna run off and get a younger woman who's not sweating in the night.
Well, I always say to Kevin, like, if this is how I'm getting hot now, like, and I'm not even in menopause, like, what's it going to be like when I'm in it, when I'm full blown in it? Like, it's going to be the
Yeah.
worst.
Or maybe we'll get through it then, and then we'll have an easy menopause. We're like, oh, I didn't realize I'm 60 and haven't felt anything.
Maybe. I don't know.
You know,
I've heard it's the worst. I don't remember. I'm trying to think back when my mom was going through it. I can't really remember her going through it. Like, I know she did, but I don't remember her doing a lot. I know she would take like, because there's medication you can take for it. And she wouldn't take like actual medication. She would take like herbal stuff. There's something called black cohosh or whatever.
yes,
And
yes,
she
my
would,
doctor first told me to get that.
oh, really? Yeah, that's what my mom would take. And I guess it's supposed to help with menopause. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be good times. There used to be a commercial. I don't know if it was for menopause or something else, but it was this woman and she was obviously having hot flashes and it would show her like going outside in the winter because there was snow everywhere and she would be turning on the air conditioner because she would take the cover off the air conditioner and then go back
Yeah.
in the house and it would come back on, it would click on. Like, oh my God, that's going to be me. I'm going to be putting the air conditioner on in the winter.
Do you feel like there's all of these things about like womanhood and growing up and childbirth and all of those things that you like there's almost like a secret around those things that you don't find out until you're in it? Like why do we not talk as much? Why do all the ladies who came before us not talk as much about these things? Like I would like to know. I would like to not be surprised. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? Like, what's going on in my body? Like, I'm Googling things. Like, I should know that this is coming at 40, 41, you know?
Like, obviously, we know about menopause, we know that it's coming, but I think you don't really understand it until you're in it. Like when I worked at the bank, I worked with not like super older ladies, but they were older than me. And I think they were starting to go through that as well. And the one lady would say she would always get a hot flash. And I'm how bad can it be? Like, it can't be that bad. And now I get it. Like, it's going to be hot.
Yeah. For me, my head feels like they've put like a bunch of hot coal in my head. It's
Yeah.
like, ah, it's burning.
See, mine's not on my head. It's just the rest of my body. Like the rest
So
of
when I
me.
lie down, like I
Yeah.
feel like my head is on fire. It's just for a few seconds, but it's like, oh my God. And then like the sweating in the night. So now I I'd moved to another bedroom, but then I realized that bedroom is warmer and our bedroom is over the garage, which is not insulated, so it's cooler in here. So it's been a lot better, but I still don't sleep in the many bundles that I used to. I've not even worn my wearable blanket this winter.
Goodness.
You remember I would have my wearable blanket
Yeah, I
on,
was
right?
just thinking, I don't think I've seen you in it really.
No, I don't even know where it is.
That's
That's
how
a
warm
huge
you've been.
change.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be fun. But yes, I've definitely definitely been warm. And like especially like I said in the summer. Like I think this summer I was pushing the covers off of me and I was in like a tank top and shorts and I'm just like laying there like, oh my God, I'm so hot.
Do you feel like your mood, like, are you moody? Are you like, do you feel?
I think I'm the wrong person to ask. Like I feel like Kevin would give you a bet because I don't think I'm moody. I think I'm perfectly pleasant all the time.
I could see that though.
But I'm sure he would tell you differently.
I felt moody for a while, but then when I put two and two together,
Mhm.
like once you know, like knowledge really is power. Like once you know, then I'm able to like be aware and
Mhm.
control it. But like before I put two and two together, I was like just finding myself easily annoyed by things, easily snapping at people. Not maybe not like snapping, but wanting to and just holding it in. And then once I like looked it all up, and I'm like, oh, this is what's happening to my body. Like I knew about menopause, but I thought like, oh, I still got a good 15 years to go.
Yeah.
I didn't know about perimenopause. That was something I did not know at all.
And again, I only knew about it because when I was getting really hot, like I would look into it and be like, could this be menopause? Like I feel like I'm too young. So then I read
Yeah.
about like the perimenopause, the premenopause or whatever. So I'm like,
But
oh,
my
maybe
doctor didn't
that is.
even know. My doctor didn't even know about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I was like, all these things. She's like, oh, could you have like some, this and I'm like, have you had a perimenopause? She's like, what is that? And I'm like, lady, you
Oh,
should know this. Yeah. So I
you're
was,
the
I was,
doctor.
I know. And I was like, I was hoping she would tell me like, oh, I was hoping she would confirm what I had read online.
Yeah.
But she was like, maybe you have a neurological disorder. Maybe something is going on. We should get you to see it. And then I'm like, lady, it's there. Like,
Yeah. Did you pull up the Google search and be like, here it is. Here's
no, I'd already seen it, but then I had talked I think I'd had a conversation with you, and then a friend of mine who's 43, and like a couple of other people. So I was like, okay, this is not just me. This is something that happens.
Mhm.
So I mentioned that to her. She's like, oh, that could be it. And then she told me to have what's that, the black cohosh, whatever it
The
is.
black cohosh. Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
she
don't
had
know
to
what
look
it
it up.
does. I remember my mom would take it.
Yeah, it's supposed to help for, I think, like with the night sweats, but I just figured if I sleep in a much cooler room, it helps. And sadly, not wear my cozy, cozy things.
Well, that's the sad because I like to be cozy all the time. Like
Me
even in the
too.
summer, like I like my cozy blankets. But yeah, and I think because okay, this is gonna sound weird. So ever since I was little, my thought process was if I wore big heavy blankets, maybe I said this before, I don't know. If I wore big heavy blankets, if our house ever got broken into and someone came into the room and tried to like kill me, I know weird. The heavy blankets would stop it, would stop the bullets.
Lord, how did you get to that?
So that is also why I wear big, cozy, heavy blankets because in my mind, it's to protect me if somebody breaks in.
You need to talk to a therapist about that.
But this has been my thought process since I was young. Like that's what I've always thought.
Oh my God, that's intense.
And I know it's not going to stop anything.
Well, it could be like you just fall and in a mound and you just look like a bunch of clothes and then they walk past you.
So yeah, that's what I've always thought since I was younger. The heavier the blanket, the more protection I have. So the thought of sleeping without a blanket or a sheet or anything that's really thin, I got no protection. If someone
Oh my
breaks in, I'm
goodness.
gone.
Well, that's intense. I've just always been like somebody who's cold and always needs a sweater, even in the middle of like a summer day. I think there's a safety in a sweater. And then even at daytime, I'll still, even though I've been feeling a little hot, I still will wear it and then take it off and then wear it, take it off. At night, it's like now an absolute big no, no, no. I still have it by my bedside just in case. I always worry, like I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night feeling cold. So I still have them by my bedside, but it's clear we do not need those anymore.
Oh, I'll still wear my cozy blankets. Still gonna wear. I'll take the layer. I'll take some layers off my bed, but
You still wear your cozy blanket.
I still gotta wear it. I need the protection. I, I need to be protected.
I still use my weighted blanket though.
Yeah.
Have you ever used a weighted blanket?
No, but I feel like I need one.
It is so good.
Is it?
I mean, over time you get used to it, so you might not always notice it, but like in the beginning, it's like you're sleeping in a hug. It's like it puts weight on you, just enough weight. Like it
Yeah.
has to be like 10 to 15% heavy. About 10 to 15% of your weight. So like if you're like 150 pounds, it should be like 15 pounds.
Hmm.
And do that in kilograms. You guys use kilograms, right?
I no, we're more pounds.
Oh, okay. So you guys
Yeah.
mix and match.
It's
Um,
weird. So like measuring, we do like centimeters and millimeters. Weather is Celsius, but usually weight I find is pounds. I don't know
oh,
if like the UK is more kilograms.
yeah, UK's kilograms. So
Yeah,
I thought because you guys use and you use kilometers or you use miles.
kilometers.
Okay, so I thought because you use a lot of that, you also use
You
kilograms.
would
Okay,
think,
but yeah.
but it's weird. We do not.
um, yeah, so it has to be about 10 to 15% of your weight.
Hmm.
And it just feels it's supposed to help with anxiety. Yeah, it's supposed to because it like puts a certain amount of weight on you that is so that one I still use. Because I've used it for a while, sometimes I forget that it's there, but then when I need it, I consciously remind myself that it's there. It's
Yeah.
like, get one. They've gotten
I
less
I thought
expensive.
about it because I'm like, I should get a weighted blanket. I feel like it would be something that I would enjoy.
Yeah. No, I slept really well when I first got it. I was like, oh my God, this feels like I'm being cuddled, but not by my husband, where I have to like change position.
I don't like to be cuddled by people. So
Yeah, well, then you get a blanket to cuddle you, and you don't have to like feel their breath on you or
yeah, I just because I want my space always. Like I'm not a hugger. I'm not a cuddler. I want to be alone.
I like to cuddle, but then eventually you have to change position and the other person has either fallen asleep and you're like, how do I extract myself from this situation or
It's I'll start out. I'm because there's like the big spoon and little spoon kind of
yeah,
situation. So I'm usually the big spoon. So I usually will have to cuddle Kevin to fall asleep, and then I'll like roll over and change position. But I
yeah.
cannot have him cuddle me. Like I just get away from me.
I guess Big Spoon gives you more control.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I have to like I need my space, which is weird. And maybe and I know I said that like we just have a double bed. Like so it's weird that I need space, but we have like the smallest bed for adults ever.
A double bed is that a queen?
No, it's smaller
That's
than
a
a queen.
full. Yeah, it's a full.
The full, yeah.
Well, cozy.
And people always make fun of me. They're like, Sarah, you're an adult. You should have an adult bed.
Is your bedroom big enough for a queen?
For a queen, yes. I'm sure that we could put a queen in there.
Yeah.
Maybe a king if we like squeezed it in. We would probably have room for it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But that's a
people always make fun
process.
of me.
It's a process. And, beds and mattresses. Beds are not expensive. Mattresses are expensive.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, there's a lot of things I will spend money on, but for some reason, I am super cheap when it comes to like bed stuff. Because when we moved into this house, like we've been here for almost 10 years now, we moved into this house, we got like all new bedroom furniture. We could have gotten a new bed frame. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get a king or a queen because that's more expensive. We just stuck with the double because king size suites are more expensive.
Well, like the frames are not anymore. Because so when I was on maternity leave, I was anxious, I'm anxious. I needed to get stuff to do. Did I tell you this? And one day Dave comes home
I
and
don't
we
know.
don't have a bed. We
Yeah.
had a queen, and Dave comes home and I had disassembled the bed, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I want a king bed." And it's like, "What?" And so he's like, "So where are we gonna sleep in the meantime that you?" I'd taken apart the bed and sold our mattress and ordered one online. But I was So I always think like if we have to move, I need to make things easier for moving.
Mhm.
So I got, like the metal bed frames that
Yep.
like adjust. Yeah, I got that metallic one, and then so you can just fold it and put it away if you want to. And then I got the mattress and the and the base, whatever they call it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was so much easier to and like I think for the king beds, the base they make the bases in two, so it's easy to move upstairs and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, so so Dave was like, "What are you doing?" And then now, when I'm like, "Come sleep with me in the guest bedroom," he's like, "Oh, I can't sleep in this bed; it's too small." I'm like, "We slept in a queen bed all our lives, and now you're like, I can't sleep in this because it's too small." I'm like, "When we travel, we don't sleep in huge beds. When we sleep just fine." Like we had a tiny bed in Paris because their hotels are really small.
Yeah. Never been to
But like,
Paris.
yeah,
I'm sorry.
you will go someday. I'm gonna drag you out of Niagara.
Yeah. But it won't be kicking and screaming. It'll just be like, okay, where are we
Be like,
going?
let's
Let's go.
go.
Let's do
Wait till
it.
prices come back down.
So I said that I've already gone grocery shopping this morning. I went at 7 o'clock, and I realized that's like a thing my mom always liked to do. She always liked to be somewhere early, first thing to beat the crowds. And as an adult, I get that now because I don't want to be around people who are also trying to fight for their groceries. I'm like, huh, I'm becoming my mother. So, like, is there anything that you like even like years ago, is there something that when you do it, you're like, huh, I'm my mom, or like my dad or whatever?
Yeah. I think that's a good one though to be becoming like your mom. It's a good attribute. I don't have good experiences with my mother. So like my biggest fear in life is that I will become like my mother. Like
Oh,
that's
okay.
that's that's a genuine, sincere fear because I'm like, I don't remember like my mom and I don't have a good relationship, but I'm like, I don't remember when she switched to like this person that I don't find to be pleasant. And so my mom will pick at you for everything small.
Mhm.
And sometimes I catch myself doing that to my older son. And I'm like, oh, no, 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 no. You can't be that person that exasperates your child. Like, stop. And like, he's a teenager, so sometimes he chews loudly. And
Right.
I want to say something, and I'm like, so just put on your headphones, and just
Yep.
let it go, let it go. So in that regard, like I don't want to be like a nagging woman.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I catch myself and I'm like, oh, do not be, that's my big fear. I really, really like, I'm afraid that maybe when I get into full-blown menopause and my hormones change, that I'll become like my mom. I'm like, is that what happened? I don't know.
I think like certain things I've become my mother, like wanting to be early for things. And like I got up at 5:20 to 6 this morning because I do full hair and makeup no matter what. So I got up early. I got to Walmart for 7 o'clock, right literally when the doors
Wow.
opened. Like I watched them unlock the door. And then I was home by 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So I've done my grocery shopping. But then there's other times where I think I've said it to Kevin, like I've tried so hard to not become my mother that I've become my father. So like I have this like managerial style of running the house that Kevin and the boys have said that they're afraid that they're going to do something wrong. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's my dad. Like I was always afraid to do things wrong because he was very like focused on how things had to be done.
Is he neat and organized and orderly?
It's not so much that, it's more he's always had this like a manager type of mindset, like
Yeah.
a businessy. I don't know how to describe it, but
Yeah.
he's always been in charge. He's always been the boss, not in a mean way, but just you don't want to disappoint him kind of thing. Like I was always afraid to let my dad know that I was crying. Like if I was crying about something, I would always like fan my face before he got home from work or whatever, just because you don't want to disappoint him.
Yeah.
So I've realized I've just become my father instead of my mother.
Oh. But you're getting like kind of like the good attributes, like
Yeah, and like they're not bad things. It's
yeah.
just I feel like that was a line in a TV show one time. Like I spent so much time trying not to become my mother, I become my father.
The part of me that feels like I am like my father, or I'm becoming my father. It's like I start and stop projects. My dad has started so many projects in his life. If he'd stuck with one of them, he would be the richest man in the world. But he he starts and stops with, and he's like big projects. Like he will build something, like a building, and then forget about it for years. And then change his mind about what he wants it to be and then demolish and start over something else. Or he'll be like, I'm going to start a school, and then he'll build a school and then forget about it, and then it'll be dilapidated and nobody. So like big projects, right?
Yeah.
And so I found like sometimes it starts at like a small thing, like, oh, I'm like, let me redo my backyard myself, and then I haven't gone back there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm like my father, start projects and don't finish. So I'm trying to tell myself, like, you don't have to start every idea that comes into your head. Like, pick one and focus on it. Pick one and focus on it, or you'll be like your father, who's had so many projects but nothing to show for it, and he's in his 70s. Yeah,
It's inevitable. We become our parents because we're products of their upbringing. If you like had some kind of upbringing with your parents, like I know some people might not have, but you just kind of become your parents.
but I guess being aware of it helps you like to moderate. Like if if that was a thing, like you say, like you were afraid to disappoint your dad because of his managerial style and stuff, like then you know how that made you feel, and you balance it out. So like you're taking the part that helps to keep the house in order, but not exasperate or make your kids feel like they can't come to you when they're crying or something like that.
I don't know. I think that they're a little afraid of me, and I try not to do that.
Which is funny because you seem like the most chill person in the world.
I don't know. Sometimes
But
I
you
yell
seem
a
like
lot.
orderly too. You seem orderly and organized, so I can see how I would be afraid to disappoint you too.
Yeah. So we've got about 7 minutes.
Oh, time goes.
So I know time goes fast, right? So do you have any parenting wins from the last few weeks?
Parenting wins from the last few weeks. Theo has gotten close to me, which he
That's
typically
good.
rejects me for his dad, but like he will lie down on the couch with me and watch movies. I think I've also been engaged with him more.
Yeah.
So usually I'm just like, you play and I'm lying on the couch, but now I'm like, I'll get off the couch and actually play with him, and I can see like he's getting really close to me and he wants me to put him to bed before he'd be like, no, mommy, go away. I hate you. Just daddy. And so it's been nice to like be able to like have him. He never stops. He never stays still. But like having him come like, mommy, I want to cuddle with you on the couch. Like that's cute. So yeah, that's my win.
That's good. That's a good win.
What about you?
I helped Lucas make a tote bag yesterday. Like I set up the sewing machine and everything, and he made a tote bag, and I was very patient. And because I found a video, just a YouTube video online, it was very simple, very easy tote bag. So I had him watch the video so that the actual person that knows how to sew properly could teach him. And then like I sat beside him and I showed him how to do it. And yeah, he made a tote bag.
He didn't pinch his fingers. That's the only thing I
No, he didn't get his fingers in there. He did all this stuff. He was a little like nervous. And I get it, because I was nervous when I first started, because if you press the pedal too far, it goes really fast. But so now he has a tote bag and he's pretty proud of it.
That's nice that he's interested in what you're doing.
I want him and Nick to have like basic life skills, because I feel like I'm not teaching them enough life skills to get by in life. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to teach you how to use a sewing machine. So
that's good.
I mean, I just learned how to use a sewing machine. So
yeah, no, that's true. And they don't teach this stuff at school anymore. So
right. So yeah, I taught him how to make a tote bag.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, did he have any decorations on it, or just the bag?
It has like strings that you can pull and it closes.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. So that's it. That was a quick episode. It felt quick.
Yeah, I didn't realize time was going that fast.
Well, now you can get to Costco, and I'm gonna sew some little wallets or something.
Send me a picture of what you make.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if the kids are driving you nuts, just threaten them with, "Don't make me use my mom voice." Bye.
Bye.
You can follow Don't Make Me Use My Mom Voice on Facebook and Instagram at Don't Make Me Use My Mom Voice, or you can write to us at momvoicepod@gmail.com. We hope you enjoyed the episode. See you next time.